This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got my co-host Robbie Hull back with me. How are you doing today, Robbie?
Very good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. We've got a busy time coming up. We've got our Christmas parade in Smith Falls. What's the date for that? Do you remember?
December
14th.
14th.
14th, yes, so that's coming up, so we're ready for that one too. And you brought a special guest with you. We just had Major Chad Ingram here from the Salvation Army a couple weeks ago, but it's a busy time of year for him too, so I'm going to throw it over to you, Rob.
My guest today is Major Chad Ingram from the Salvation Army. It's great to meet you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Welcome to Smith Falls. You just moved here to be the new major at our Salvation Army. Where did you live before coming here?
Oh, I've lived all over the eastern part of Canada. I've been in Nova Scotia, and I've been here in Ontario in the past, and other places. And but I'm from Newfoundland, and we just recently came from Newfoundland. So yeah, that's home for me, and our last appointment was there as well. Yeah.
This is a busy time of year for the Salvation Army. Are you getting settled into your new home and such?
Yes, thankfully, we still have a little bit of settling to do, but thankfully we got a lot done before the season really picked up. So we're starting to settle. The children are settling at school, and we're kind of getting to know the community. Now, of course, things have shifted, and I'm not home enough to settle. I've been on the road and running around for day after day, pretty much. It's steady, yeah.
We are getting ready for the Christmas season. The color campaign is very important.
Yeah.
Can you tell people what is about?
Absolutely, Robbie. Yeah, the kettle campaign is important. It's our most important fundraiser. It really, essentially, is our only fundraiser for the year, and so a lot relies on it. It may end up being even more important this year than any year previous because of the strike of Canada Post, because we also normally incorporate a mail-out letter, a mail campaign. And because of the strike, those haven't even gone out yet, let alone could they be received. So we're asking people to, if they want to donate, and they often do, maybe bring it to our office or drop it in a kettle, because it's those kettles, and they're in 4 communities, here in Smith Falls, in Perth, in Carleton Place, and in Elmont. You're going to see them around at different stores. We're grateful to all of our partner locations that take on kettles. And yeah, if anyone wants to donate, it will not only support our Christmas campaign, which is huge, it's huge and busy, it also supports most of our activity for the whole year. So it is really important, and any kind of donation is greatly appreciated. And again, it's a great way to give if you plan on responding to you're used to getting a letter and you haven't got it yet. We're hoping to get them out still. They're all printed and ready to go, but just because we're kind of delayed on it a little bit. So people can give to the kettles, and it's really important and supports our whole campaign. So and all of our programs. So if you can donate or volunteer.
Can you make donations with cash, or there is a cap application? How does that work?
Yeah, so that's good to chat about that a little bit. We do have a tap option now, and it's I think it started a few years back when we couldn't. Yeah, during the pandemic, and so that was a method of still being present, sort of, in places. And now we realized because people don't carry as much cash anymore, that there's a lot of value in having that option. And so we tried our best. We try our best to afford it at all of our locations. Sometimes always be checking to make sure the machine is functional that day, because it's technology, right? And there's give and there's take with technology. But for the most part, they're working. We're going to try and stay on top, make sure they're working. And the denominations are $5, $10, and $20. And people can donate just by tapping their card. And that money also, it's all tracked, so it will also stay local. The cash in the kettles, of course, will stay local because we're the ones counting it, we're the ones depositing it. But I can also guarantee that any donated money through TAP will also stay local here.
I have been volunteering for many years with the Colors. How can someone be a volunteer?
Well, first of all, let me say thank you, Robbie, for all of your volunteering. Well, we need people that are dedicated like that, and we can only do what we do because we have folks like yourself who give their time like that and so faithfully. So thank you, and thank you to everybody who does volunteer for us, regular. For some of our programs and ministries, there's a little extra paperwork to do for a volunteer, but very easy to volunteer for a kettle. If you have 2 hours or more, then just call our office and we'll direct you to the person, because it doesn't, if you want to volunteer in Smith Falls or Perth or wherever. I know we need volunteers still. We're definitely looking for volunteers still. And if you just call our office, we'll direct you to the person you need to talk to, and they will book you in a spot that suits you best. So grateful to all who take advantage of that.
We have started to see angel trees again this year at different places.
Mm-hmm.
How does the angel tree program work?
Yeah, so there are a number of angel trees around, and you'll see little tags on the angel trees, and the family can just take one of those tags, and it's going to be to support our Christmas campaign. Already in process. Some toys come in by other ways as well. So our building across the street here, it already kind of looks like Santa's workshop in there a little bit. So the angel trees just support that, the toy portion of the program. And if someone just sees on the tag, the information will be there, and they can just support us by buying a toy directly.
About how many families got their gifts from the angel tree?
Well, our Christmas program, be it from the angel trees or through other donations of toys, because they come in different ways. Some people just show up at our door with toys sometimes. But we're still early enough in the season and in booking appointments. It's hard to give you a good total, but we have an estimate, and we already know it is up from last year. We can already say that, and we expected it would be. And so we know we have well over 600 families that'll be in the area. I'm talking about more than Smith Falls now, but in the area that'll be coming looking for help, and probably there's a large portion of those have children, and so they're going to be after toys as well, and receiving toys. So yeah, there's a lot of need, and as I said, we've still got a week of taking calls, but we're kind of at capacity of we can for labor and things. So we're trying to work those details out. But the need is up, and so where people can support, where people can donate, where people can volunteer, it's going to make a whole lot of difference to a whole lot of people.
The Salvation Army gives gift cards now, so people can get their Christmas meals. If someone needs one, how do they get one?
Yeah, so anyone can just call the office. The office, we have 2 physical buildings, even though our area takes in, and I shouldn't even start saying communities because I'm going to miss some, but the 4 that have kettles, but also Sherbet Lake and Merrickville, and we have a really big area, and a lot of the area we have impact during Christmas time. But if they can phone one of our 2 stationary locations, so if they can call the office here in Smith Falls, or they can call the office in Perth, either of those offices, Smith Falls or Perth, and just ask to talk to our person booking those interviews. So yeah, it's pretty well as simple as that.
Easy.
There are many ways we can help people have a good Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking your time to talk to us today. Welcome to Smith Falls, and we are hoping you and your family have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Robbie. I hope that for you and yours as well, and glad to be here.
Good job, Rob. Good job. You had a busy day recently. I saw you do the kickoff to the kettle campaign. You did a bit of traveling that day.
I was just chatting with Robbie about that. Yeah. So last weekend we kicked off the campaign. Mm-hmm. We had a kickoff here in Smith Falls. Back to the church for our community Christmas dinner. We served close to 100 people, and then
you do that every week too.
Well, typically leading up to now it's all toys in there.
Oh, okay.
But up until that dinner, yes,
okay.
Every week we do that. You're right, and so that was our last big one for the season because we need that space for Christmas campaign. But so that was on the Friday. Then back to Perth for a kickoff with Shieldy, our mascot, in tow. Mm-hmm. Grateful to Shieldy. And then the next day, I was in Carlton Place and then Almont. So it was a busy weekend, yeah. And I mean, it's 10 to 12 hour days every day for me.
I bet.
Right now,
Yeah. But yeah, both with the kettle campaign and the angel tree, they're 2 very easy ways for people in the community to help others in need at Christmas time. So I encourage people to, come out and volunteer like Robbie does at the kettles, or to give a donation or to get a toy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any way anyone can help. It's like any charitable organization. The Salvation Army is only as effective and as efficient as its donors and its volunteers. Right. So we're fully reliant on them, and I can't say thank you enough to those that take part. And like Robbie, every year, it means a whole lot to us.
600 families you're helping in our catchment area, so it's well worth it for sure. It's an easy thing to do to help another family at Christmas time. So, well, thank you very much for coming here. You were just here a few weeks ago too, so welcome to Smith Falls.
Yes.
You'll become a regular here because there's always something going on at Salvation Army Church.
That's right. Always happy to walk across the street.
Yeah, you're just very, very close, very close. Thank you very much.
Thank
Once
you.
again, Major Chad Ingram from our Salvation Army Church, and Robbie Hull. Thank you very much.